We were in Guatemala City this past week for a week. It's called ORCAA. It's Operation Redentilate Central America Association. So it's a group of dentists and a group of surgeons that what we want is that we don't want people to be without teeth.
What is one of the biggest takes that you bring back from an event like this, worldwide event?
I think what really stuck with us is he said that we have to plan, like if the thing that we're going to do is going to fail and we have to redo it again.
You know, when you talk about dentists that are world-renowned dentists, besides yourself, who else was there?
Out of all the superstars that I would consider from full arch dentistry, the people that were actually there was no egos. You know, they were.
That is amazing.
That was the crazy part, because I thought I was gonna go and I was gonna be like
So then he asked me some questions there, and then he told me that somehow, some way, he went on the webpage and he seen we had a podcast, and he's watched every episode 3 times, and that's why he's here. He's like, I saved up, I knew what I wanted.
Like we had a case this week where we had a patient from Utah, and he was like, yeah, my doctor in the U.S. says that my only option is an all-on-4.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, I mean, technically I can do the all-on-4, but we can for sure save your teeth. You can say it. We have a ton of experience. I don't know how many implants did we place last year?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, well over 1,500. Welcome back to Supremedental Podcast Studio.
Estos son podcasts, no chingaderas.
You can be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with us.
The level of mastery you have on dental work is extraordinary.
Do your research.
Perfect.
This is the podcast.
Welcome back to Supremedental Podcast Studio. You can be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with us. We appreciate that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember, this podcast was meant for you, our patients. My wife and I are the owners of Supreme Dental Clinic, and listen, we're on Apple Podcasts and we're on Spotify. Today we have Dr. Elias with us. How you doing, Dr. Elias?
I'm doing great, Frank. How are you?
Hey, you look good, man.
Thank you.
You look
thank
good.
You.
You got that Guatemala City tan, bro.
The vibe, yeah.
I like that.
It was nice.
So we're here to talk about, I don't know if I could call it a training. I don't know if I could call it humanitarian. I don't know what I can call it. And that's what I'm here for you to talk to us about.
Yeah, so we were in Guatemala City this past week for a week. It's called ORCAA. It's Operation Redentilate Central America Association. So it's a group of dentists and a group of surgeons that what we want is that we don't want people to be without teeth anymore. So it started out by Dr. Simon O. He's the founder. And Dr. Juan Gonzalez, he's the main surgeon there. And what they're doing with the university down in Guatemala is for people that have been without teeth for more than 20, 25, 30 years.
Wow.
For them to actually have teeth again. So it's a humanitarian cause. And they bring surgeons in, new surgeons, people that are learning, but they also bring top-notch people. So it's also networking, it's learning, it's helping people out. And it's a beautiful experience, man, because you get to help people out. You get to meet people from around the world, and everybody's contributing to the cause, you know, and everybody's putting their hands and their knowledge and everything is it's just beautiful, man. And not just teeth, but there were also some cases where people have lost their nose or maxilla, and they brought world-renowned surgeons, maxillofacial surgeons, to remove part of the bone from the leg to actually replace mandibles and maxilla. So
wow.
it was amazing. It was amazing.
When you talk about dentists that are world-renowned dentists, besides yourself, who else was there?
CB Nogueira from Brazil, Rocas from Lithuania, Simon O from the U.S., Dr. Juan Gonzalez from the U.S., Dr. Sinada also from the U.S., Dr. Stephen Nelson also from the U.S., Dr. David Avida from from Australia, and just people from all over the world. There were doctors from Switzerland. There were doctors from Italy. The owner and CEO of JD Dental, of the owners of JD Dental Implants. We use those zygomatic implants.
We do.
He was actually there as well because it was learning from him. So it was just people from Rampage Jackson was there.
Rampage Jackson.
That was, I don't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he was going to be there until Frank told me that he was going to be there. I had no clue. So it's just people just from all over the world. There was also a Dr. Dr. Andres Peñalba from Mexico City, periodontist. He does a lot of zygos as well. He was down there as well, and it was just a beautiful experience, man. It was just amazing. There was Dr. Reza from London. He's a Zygo Pro. He's certified by Zygo Pro. He's one of the top. He's been doing Zygos since 1998. So there was a lot of people down there, and there was a lot of people with great knowledge, and everybody was. It was fun. It was really fun.
What do you bring back from an event like that? What? Obviously, you were around. You were around people helping people. It's one of the things that I've learned that really pushes you. A lot of people are motivated by money. A lot of people are motivated by success. I think you're motivated by passion. You really love what you do. You really got to love what you do to keep on pushing yourself. Money will not push you to that level because then you'll feel comfortable at a certain level.
Right.
And passion keeps on pushing you. It's never enough. And I feel that, like I've said before, some people are born dentists. Some people become dentists. Obviously, to me, you're born dentist. And a lot of the people there perhaps are the same ways. I've seen some of the videos that they were posting. You guys were, smiling. You guys were having the time of your life while helping people that could not afford that type of treatment. And you guys took that week off of earning money where you're at to be here where perhaps you weren't going to learn because it wasn't a place to go learn, but you did learn by watching the best of the best do certain things. But more than anything, it was your Rolodex. You get to meet and connect more with people that are doing what you do, which is excel in this dentistry with passion. What is one of the biggest takes that you bring back from an event like this, worldwide event?
I think the thing that really not shocked me, but the thing that really just caught my eye was that everybody has a different method to how they want to get to that. We all want to get to that same goal, but everybody has a different method. Brazilians have a different method. The U.S. has a different method. In Europe, they have a different method. And we were at a point where everybody was sharing their ideas and how they would do something different, but then the end goal would be the same. And that's the thing with dentistry. There's correct way to do it, and then there's ways that you should not do it. But during the correct ways to do it, it's everybody has their own opinions, their own ideas. And when you're actually there and you get to listen to everybody like pinpoint their ideas and why there's work, you have to learn your patient, what they want, and your skill set so you can pretty much adapt to what you have and what you need. And it all works out at the end because we had some point of views from maxillofacial surgeons and periodontists, GPs, restorative dentists, and everybody had their own input on what we could do and what actually takes us there. And I think that really struck me the most, and that out of all the superstars that I would consider from full arch dentistry, the people that were actually there was no egos.
That is amazing.
That was a crazy part because I thought I was gonna go and it's gonna be like it's surgeons. It's gonna be a tough environment. But I think the people that pick out the instructors make sure that the people that are actually gonna go there have no egos. So that's beautiful as well.
That's one thing that I noticed. Obviously, I went to the vault and we met people that are extremely successful. People that are worth millions, people that are worth billions. And it came to my attention, man, that the people that have the most are humble. And we know people that know, I could say easily, that know way less than what you know. And they feel like they float. So being around true professionals, and people that love what they're doing, I think that I don't know if you could put a price to that because it's amazing.
It was amazing. It's like it was like Disneyland for me. I was there. Yeah. It's like you when you went to your course, and I knew right off the bat I was like, he's gonna have a fun time because the topics are gonna be there. The people that are actually there are passionate like you are about what you do, and I knew that you were gonna come back. You're always motivated, but you're going to have fun. And Aida as well, the switch turned on. And with us over there, it was the same thing. We were talking dentistry all day, and it was people that are actually really passionate about it, And I think that was the the fun part that everybody that I was there with was equally as passionate as I am, and I think I was probably the youngest there. But it was fun, and also with the idea of me actually going to this ORCAA by Juan is that I can actually get to teach in future ORCAAs. And I was actually given the opportunity by Dr. Juan and Dr. Andres Peñalba, big shout out to them, that they actually let me teach one of the surgeries.
Wow.
So that was fun as well, and I actually got to see, because I never I have teached, but here at the clinic, which is different, because that's people that I know and that I see every day, and I know their strengths and weaknesses. But over there, I just got 2 surgeons from the U.S. that were in level 2, and I actually got to train them. And I had Dr. Peñalba behind me, just like, yeah, you're doing great. And it's different teaching
Yeah,
because,
of course.
because you have to fully know, and they're gonna ask questions, and you better know the answers. And I think one of the staff members from ORCAA was there, and she saw that I was teaching, and she's like, "Hey, you know what? You teach great. We want you to be at the next ORCAA."
Damn.
And I was like, that's great.
Well, I'm extremely happy for you, man, that happened, because it's not that many times that we go somewhere that we feel that way. Like, I'm going to tell you like a straight out question to you. I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think, pick 5 people that you were there with. You don't have to tell me their names, right? Do you think that if you guys were chilling by the beach or at the park or whatever, you guys could talk about dental all night?
Yeah.
And you'd be like, damn, man, like when you were leaving that event, obviously I know that, you know, your significant other, and obviously we're here and you super miss me. But besides that, didn't it kind of make you sad when you left?
Oh, for sure, because I don't get to see him again.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Because that's exactly how I felt too. Like, you're like, okay, now it's over. It's like when your soap opera back in the day was over, or the playoffs are over, and you're just like, I'm gonna be this long without watching basketball or NFL. It feels like you're at a high. You know, everybody's talking your language, your passion, and then all of a sudden you're back to reality, which is amazing. I'm not saying our life sucks, but you know, you want to still stay connected with those people and look forward to the next meeting.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Because a lot of the people I've talked to, the ones that I haven't met through Instagram, and since like we landed at the airport, we saw each other, like, hey, you know each other, and just hit it off from there. And
Yeah.
and it was just fun, man, because we would be talking like dental all day. Like we would be in the surgeries, and you could see the photos in the ER, and everybody was there, and everybody was giving their different opinions. Big shout out to CB from Brazil, man. He just loves what he does as well. He teaches zygos in Brazil. And I had a lot of questions because I do Cygos, but he has a ton of experience. But I was asking him, you know, this and that, and he would just like go over through everything. So, and big shout out to Reza as well from London. He was also giving me a lot of ideas, and I had a lot of questions, and they were answering everything. So it was cool because we can actually be seeing a surgery, and he would tell me what he would do different from the Americans, you know, and I can actually make my own assessment of what I would do.
Yeah.
So I see both options, like the 3 ways that you could do it: either Brazil, US, or Europe. So I had like Juan from the US, CB from Brazil, and Reza from Europe. And you know what makes sense to me, what works best for me. You know,
Yeah.
that was fun.
And you know what? I'll leave the door open to any of them. You know, if for any reason any of them want to come down and for a week, you know, and they tell me, hey, you know, I'm gonna lose, so I need to make this much. You know, I'm more than welcome to flying somebody down here and being around you guys. I'm not trying to make a course for anybody else. You know, all the courses that we do is just for the team and getting some cases together. So, you know, it's always good to learn from the best. You know, I'm a fair believer of iron sharpens iron. We're blessed at what we do. We love what we do. And I think people can see that when they come to our clinic. You know, they're here. A lot of the times they see you in the podcast and they pick you, or because of their type of situation, you need to take over, and they leave fans. You know, not a lot of people want to take pictures with somebody that just pulled 18 teeth and put 12 implants on. You know what I'm saying? And they do. So, you know, I'm very excited at what's to come. Tell me,
We had a patient this week, right? We had a patient this week. Leroy, yeah. He knew, he saw the podcast. He was between Luis and I. And he picked me because I played basketball.
So next time you see Luis in an episode, he's gonna be with a ball like this. I love Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
which he's a big Michael Jordan fan. But
Oh, sure. Right. I think he likes soccer.
wow, wow. Yeah, he said he's seen every podcast 3 times. He said
He knew a lot about everything.
you
so-
called me over to talk to him.
Yes.
And I hadn't met him in the reception. He gave me a big hug, and I felt the love, but I didn't know if we help somebody in his family or whatever. Is that he's been watching the podcast? He says he doesn't do social media. He said he's not really good in social media.
Yeah, he asked you about that as well. Yeah.
So then he asked me some questions there, and then he told me that somehow, some way, he went on the webpage and he seen we had a podcast, and he's watched every episode 3 times, and that's why he's here. He's like, I saved up, I knew what I wanted. He said, I wanted zirconia, I wanted titanium bars, I wanted the immediate loads.
We're speaking the same language now. You know?
He understands why things are done, and that's amazing. That's one of the main reasons that we actually made this podcast. Actually, probably the only reason was to educate. We get a lot of patients from around the world that go to different places, Colombia, Turkey, and all of a sudden, it looks nice, but it doesn't mean it's gonna work. And then all of a sudden stuff starts falling off or not working or whatever the situation might be. They come back to reality and they see that they didn't make the correct choice. So by us making these podcasts, you're able to do your research and you're able to actually see what I should be looking for, what I should be looking out for, so you can make the right decision. You're more than welcome to come to Supreme Dental. But if for any reason you decide that you cannot make it here, you need to go somewhere else, well, at least you pick someone, and hopefully this brings some sort of value to your research. Tell me about how was Rampage Jackson, man? What was Rampage Jackson doing there? He tried to beat up the patients that didn't like the work, or how does it work?
He showed us a new technique on how to extract teeth.
Oh,
with
okay.
just one fist.
It's called the knuckles technique.
It was weird. I had no idea he was gonna be there. I had no idea, and then I got a text from you like a night prior to the event actually starting. He's like, and you were like, Rampage Jackson's gonna be there, and I thought I honestly thought he was trolling me.
You didn't answer back.
I asked.
Did you?
Yeah, I was like, is Rampage Jackson?
Like, are you drunk?
Like he doesn't drink, so I was like, but he was actually there, and it was weird. I would leave it at that, It doesn't like to me in my head, it was awkward because he's a cool cat. He's really, really cool. Like he took pictures with us. He was with the patients. He's motivational as well. But I never thought I was gonna see that crossover between UFC champion and surgeries.
Did you joke around with him?
No,
Yeah, of course.
no, not at all. So when
I wonder why.
Yeah, when I was there, Dr. Andres Peñalba, he's like, hey man, can we take a picture with you? And he's like, yeah, for sure. So Dr. Peñalba thought it was cool, like if he would do a face off with him, and like he faced off, and like the guy just entered and like into character, and he just got in his face and looked at him. I was like, oh, I don't want that. And after he took the picture, and he's like, you want to do that? And I was like, nah, man, I'll just take a picture.
Man,
I'm good.
I really appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you, and I appreciate my life as well.
I hated Rashad Evans.
I'm not a big John Jones fan anyway.
John Jones, I think he's fake.
So yeah, and he was fun. He was there, and he had his whole crew with him, and I know he plays character in the videos and on the streams that he does, but like when the cameras are off, he's a really nice guy. He's really into it. He's really into helping people out, and he was fun, man. He was fun. I think people don't, if you've only seen him in pictures and cameras, he plays character, but once he's off cameras, he's a really polite, really well-educated person that just wants to help.
We'll post a picture up here right now with Dr. Elias and Rampage Jackson. And you have many pictures, so if at any time you want to post a picture, you just tell TJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna send TJ some pictures.
It's JT, not TJ, but
TJ. JT. To me, it's Teyes.
Yeah.
I might slip a Canelo Crawford picture in there just.
Damn. Yeah, you're a big Canelo fan. So, I mean, blessing. I mean, you were there. You loved it. You came back. What do you bring back from something like this to the clinic?
I think what I do believe and strongly believe that I'm going to bring back to the clinic after being there is I can assess and see things a little bit different as well. Vision, yeah, on how to, because of the way I learned remote anchorage was strictly from Americans, from Juan Gonzalez. And now that I get to see the Brazilian way and the European way, I think we can get the best of those three worlds and try to. I was actually talking to a doctor yesterday that he asked me, how was the trip? He asked me the same question. What's the thing that you bring the most? And I told him that the vision that everybody has, and we're not going to try to fit the prosthesis into the patient. We're going to fit we're going to fit whatever the patient needs to him. Not, oh, well, we got this and we're going to fit you into this.
It's not like a cookie cutter.
No, not at all. So if you need whatever you need, that's
custom work.
Yeah, it's custom made. It's not like we offer this and we're going to get you into this. It's like, what do you need? And we're going to get you into that. So I think that was trying to see different things and why everybody thinks their method is the correct way.
Yeah.
But I think what I learned the most talking to everybody is that you can make your own assessment considering the type of patients that you see, the time frames, and what they want.
So you said that Dr. Peñalba, if I'm not mistaken, he's from Mexico City.
Yes.
You were from, obviously you're living off of Mexicali, but you're representing us here in Los Algodones at Supreme. Who else was from Mexico that you know?
That was it. This visit, that was it, yeah.
Why do you think that is? Do you think that it's not, because you mentioned a lot of people from Brazil perhaps, or from other places. Why do you think a lot of people from Mexico don't go to these type of things? What is your opinion on it? There's no right or wrong.
I think this is my opinion, right?
Your opinion.
I think zygomatic implants and remote anchorage here in Mexico, it's not a big thing.
Okay.
Not because people here need it, right? But it's complicated cases where you need to really be sure of what you're doing. And there's not a lot of training here in Mexico to do that. There's a lot of people that need it, but the type of training that you need to do, you have to go somewhere else. I believe that here in Mexico, people that I know that are doing zygos the correct way, I think it's less than 6-7 people.
Out of all the country,
yeah. And I think
you said correctly.
Yes. Because
that's scary.
That's scary. Yes, because I've seen cases from other places right here in Mexico that they say they do zygos, but you look at the cases and you look at the results and you're like, yeah, I mean that's not the correct way to do it.
Let's not go too far. There's places that are really close by us that have surgery rooms in an apartment.
Yeah. So
they have their surgery room. You heard that right. They have a surgery room in an apartment. Not on their clinic. If somebody's going to do surgery on me and I'm going to have to go into an apartment.
Sus.
That's more than sus. Why isn't it in their clinic? Is it because...
What are you hiding? Right?
What type of responsibility you're avoiding? That's scary.
Yeah.
And we know another person that went to a course that you said that the course really didn't teach much because a lot of your friends went there.
Yes.
And now this person says, I can do zygomatics. There's nothing scarier than someone that thinks they can do something they can't.
Yeah, when it gets to remote anchorage, you don't get too many tries. You know, that's the scary part about this. That
you can ruin someone's life.
Yeah, you're dealing with bone that's very close to the eye socket. You know, or you have to get it right. And still, there's complications, but you got to know how to solve those complications. And I think what I really, because we've been criticized by other dentists here in Los Algodones that I believe don't have the experience that we have on why we do certain things. But I think what really has opened our minds, like Luis and I, is when we learned from Dr. Sinala going to places that are not here in Mexico. Unfortunately, we have to get training all around the world. We went to Mykonos. I think what really stuck with us is he said that we have to plan, like if the thing that we're going to do is going to fail and we have to redo it again.
You know, that's crazy because that's the same thing in business. In business, you got a plan and you're going to have point A, point B, point C, and point D, or whatever points you want. You can't put all your eggs in one basket and say, oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You want to put yourself in the situation of what if this happens? How would I react to this? What if this happens? How would I react to this? So if it does happen, it's a quick reaction. You know, it's not like, oh my God, now what do I do? Because like you said, it's not about doing something. It's about doing it and handling the complications if there's any.
Yes.
That's the difference between a dentist and a surgeon. Someone that's ready. If someone's gonna take care of your mom, and she's gonna go through a heart surgery, you want complications. You want somebody there that can handle the complications.
Right. Because
even if you do it.
Yeah, because even if you do everything right, there's a chance that...
There's always a chance.
There's always a chance. And I think Luis has a ton of experience, and I believe I have a ton of experience as well. And what we've learned is that you have to plan ahead. And sometimes we've been criticized, like, why did he do the work this way? But I think they don't have the experience that we have and the courses that we've taken that are telling you, hey, you know what, you need to... We're not saying that what we did is wrong. We're doing it's correct. But we're leaving what we call real estate for if something goes wrong, we have a backup plan. And some people, instead of going to plan A, just go straight to plan C. And then if something fails, you already jumped these two plans and, there's not much left that you can do. So I think Luis and I have really learned from other dentists when we go to these world trainings, and they're pretty much sharing their knowledge and their experience with us. And that's something that we've been applying. And plus, you can say it, we have a ton of experience. I don't know how many implants did we place last year?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, well over 1,500. I mean, it's I don't even know. With one brand, I think we had like over 2,300, 2,400. With other brand, I don't even remember. I mean, I think we easily did over 3,500 implants. It's crazy. It's crazy the numbers that we're producing, and obviously it's because a lot of our patients that come in, they were told they couldn't get it done. We had Lori Tuck, and we had all these kinds of different patients, or no, you can't get it done, but you can get this. So it's like a temporary fix,
right?
And we talked about this many times, and it's so easy to do things easy. It's so easy. It's so easy to just say, well, you can't get this done, but you can get this done, or be an order taker.
But is it the best for the patient?
It's not the best for the patient. That's the number one that we talked about. It's a medical business, but we cannot let the medical take over the business, because then it's just a business.
Like we had a case this week where we had a patient from Utah, and he was like, yeah, my doctor in the US says that my only option is an all-on-4.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, I mean, technically I can do the all-on-4, but we can for sure save your teeth. And the easy part would have been like, well, you already sold on the all-on-4, and we do the all-on-4.
Which we would have made more money.
Yeah. But that's what he needed. He needed the full mouth restoration, and I showed him why he needs the full mouth restoration, and he kind of understood why he needed the full mouth restoration, and they were kind of hoping for that as well. But obviously we have to do CT scans, talk to the patient, do a clinical evaluation as well, and that's what we're doing. We're doing what's best for the patient, because even as a business point, correct me if I'm wrong, we know that we did the right thing, and that patient is going to tell everybody that we do the right thing, and we're not just...
We're not about the short game. We're about the long game. We're about that relationship with the patient. We don't just want to, we get the money real quick, boom, 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 and then we leave. We own where we're at. It's not like we're moving to somewhere else.
I've worked in several places here in Los Algodones before I happened the pleasure to be here, and I can truly say, I'm not saying, I don't want to talk bad about other people, but I can fully see why the success has been with you guys, that you're not dentists, but you fully listen to what we have to do, and you're not playing the short game. You're playing the long run game. What works, what's actually best for the patient. And it's not like the quick fix, quick money come in. No, we're actually looking for what's best for the patient. And I think that's one of the keys to you have a lot of things, but that's one of the things that I think has been made your business very successful. And
I think that with that comes that, going for the long game, that's the hardest route. The short game is super easy. Doing things halfway, and patients don't even know. It's super easy. How many times have you told me, hey Frank, the patient's asleep, they did sedation and they're gonna need a pterygoid, or they're gonna need zygomatic. I don't know what it was. We're not gonna wake the patient up. Hey John, wake up real quick. Hey man, we're gonna have to charge you for. We're gonna take care of it, and we don't charge. You don't charge them. I don't charge them, and the patient wakes up, and they wake up to what we told them that they were gonna wake up to. Then we let them know this is what we had to do extra, and we do it. And a lot of businesses don't do it. Actually, somebody's renovating my bathroom right now as we speak. And he said, hey man, I just want you to understand that I'm not charging you when things are a little bit harder. And I'm thinking like, what type of mentality is that? What do you mean? You already gave me an estimate, and now you're kind of trying to get more money for the same work because it's a little bit harder. What? And then I kind of told him, hey, man, he's like, I know I don't do things in the level you do, but I go, yeah, man, kind of here is medical, and, you can really mess somebody's life, not somebody's bathroom, Not putting down what you're doing, but it makes you understand why some businesses are not as successful as they are, or as people are not successful as they are as a human being, putting people first, people's people. And I'm a big believer in karma. I'm a big believer in energy. I know you are too. And it's been a pleasure, pumping each other up sometimes. Sometimes you call me out on things, and then sometimes I question some things respectfully because I'm not a dentist. There's been some times when I tell you, one time there was somebody that wanted to do a whitening, and you told me he could do a whitening or she can do a whitening. And I was like, bro, I wouldn't do it because you're like, but I could do it. And I go, bro, but just please don't do it, because it looks like this patient's going to be complicated. There's fractures already. We don't want it. And then after that, what did the patient say? Last time they did a whitening on me, I sued him.
Yeah, that's literally what she said 5 minutes after.
And you looked at me like if I was a wizard or something.
Like, how did he know?
I'm floating like this.
Telepathic, reading their mind.
Psychic.
Yeah, she really said that. I was like, damn, how did he know?
It's just reading certain patients and reading. It comes with time. This didn't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? It comes with time, but I'm very excited for you, man. A little bit off the subject. This is the Supreme Dental Podcast hat. This is one of the samples. We will have it here, so you guys can purchase it here at the clinic. It'll be at a low price, but we have right here. Do your research. It's custom made. It has all the NFC chip, and Dr. Elias wants one. He's been eyeing one, but they're coming. I know JT wants one too, I think. And so yeah, man. So very happy for you to represent us in ORCAA. I'm very happy for you to talk to all these people, because sometimes we're here in Algodones, and you don't get that excitement from other people. Like I'm gonna tell you my experience, and I could probably tell you for you, okay? So did you feel, man, that when you came back from ORCAA, you came back from Guatemala City, you came back from being with some of the doctors you used to look up to before you even met them, like Juan Gonzalez, Sinada? You told me Sinada was the best dentist for you. I don't know if that's changed, but at the time you told me to you he was the number one dentist in the world. And you got to work right next to him. You got to perhaps talk to him. You guys are cool. I see with Juan Gonzalez, you guys posting back and forth. You say kachinga, or what do you guys say?
Cachaza.
Cachaza. Oh, yeah. Kachinga. Kachow.
Chinga, let's work.
There you go. And so, you guys formed this relationship. But when you come back and you're back in your orbit, for you to tell somebody, oh, yeah, man, it was amazing over there, this and that, it's not the excitement that you would expect back. Not that they're jealous. It's just that they don't understand. And that kind of sucks. I could tell somebody, oh, man, when I was at the vault, we did this, and that, and blah, 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 blah. And somebody be like, oh, that's cool. And you're like, what do you mean it's cool, bro? It was freaking amazing,
Yeah.
And it's like, why don't people understand what I'm saying? It's because they didn't live it. And it's because they don't have your passion. But it's okay. We don't judge people. But then we surround ourselves with people that have a passion, and we don't let that fire die out. But thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me. I
know right now you have a patient that you're finishing up a full mouth restoration. JT had to come in. He has a lot of things to do too. It was like an emergency podcast. So thank you for representing us in Guatemala City.
And then thank you for having me here, and yeah, representing was fun, man. It was fun. Putting Supreme and Los Algodones like in the map, because a lot of people, who knew
Mexico, bro. You put the whole country.
But who really knew about Los Algodones? The owner of JD.
Of JD.
He's like, why no JD implants? And I was like, you don't have stock. Like,
you don't have stock.
Yeah, we can't do this. Like, we get the implants, but we have to buy a very big stock. But it's fun how people like the owner of an actual big implant company knows what Los Algodones is all about.
And we'll post a picture where one of the reps from JD send me a picture with you, like, hey, look who I'm here with.
Yeah, that's the rep you talked to, right?
Yeah, that's the one I talked to. Yeah.
I also got a picture with the owner of JD.
Oh, there you go. We'll post that one up too. People that's awesome that they know where we're at, and now they know who you are, and it's just a snowball effect, So, well, I'm very happy for you.
Thank you. I'm very happy for you too, man. You guys were very excited to come back.
We're very excited, man. I couldn't wait to get off the plane. Actually, quick thing, when we were flying to Florida, we've been to Dubai a year ago, right? In January. I've never been, besides Dubai, I've never been on a plane for that long. We're about to go to Japan. You just came back from Japan. And obviously you fly first class and I fly like somewhere in the back by the bathrooms. But when JT doesn't like to pay a seat, he likes to stand.
He don't sleep
Is there
either.
anything cheaper? Can I just go with the luggage? I'll fit in the luggage. I'll get my own cradle and starts wagging his tail. So anyways, what I was gonna say, so I'm flying to Florida. I take a Dramamine because I don't like to get dizzy. I don't like planes, but I don't dislike them anymore. But I'm not a big fan. I don't look out the window. Oh my God, look, there's clouds. I don't care. Do my thing. That's it. I decided I needed to go to the restroom, right? Oof. So I go to the restroom, and all of a sudden, the worst turbulence I've ever experienced. But when you're in the seat, this is turbulence. When you're in the bathroom, where do you grab onto? I'm all over the place, yeah?
Going everywhere. Right?
I'm all over the place. I'm just, I'm all over the place. And it made me dizzy. Okay? Because this turbulence didn't stop. I felt like it was like 30 minutes. It was probably like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But I was thinking, like, what do I do? Franco's probably freaking out. Where's Daddy? He didn't care. He's in his tablet. But he's like, where's he at? And so I threw up. I was there in the bathroom, so I threw up, and I had just had an egg omelet. So I'll just leave it there. I just felt so bad, and we landed, and I was pale white. Normally I'm red. I was pale white, and my wife was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like I felt bad, and I was like, "I'm gonna have to cancel Japan, man." And my wife's like, "Boy, you better change that attitude right now." But it was definitely an experience, and I was like, wow, way to start Florida, right? And on my way back, it was a lot better. So I don't know how you guys travel everywhere. Last year, you were in Mykonos, Greece. You were in Singapore. You were in Tokyo. You were in Switzerland. Where else were you? Is that it?
Brazil. No, that was
the year prior. You were in Spain and Canary Island.
Yeah, and
Berlin. So I'm just like, geez, man, you guys.
It's tough. It's tough on my back.
Okay. Oh, poor. You're. I just feel so bad for you. We should get JT a mic. I'm gonna give JT a mic from then on so he could tell us like, oh yeah, pobrecito.
Pobrecito.
Poor boy. Well, thank you so much for being here. I already said it like 50 times. I'm happy for what you experienced. I can't wait to see the things that you brought back. And I leave the connection open, man. If you ever want to bring anybody, I know Juan Gonzalez sometimes has been here in Los Algodones. If he wants to stop by, if he wants to jump on a podcast with you, if any rocas, I know you talk a lot about rocas, and they have the doors open here at the clinic. Anybody that's a friend of yours and that will bring anything here to the clinic, I'm happy to have them here.
For sure.
So with that, thank you for being here at Supreme Dental Podcast, powered by Supreme Dental. And just like the people at Guatemala City, keep on smiling.
This the pod, speaking facts, trying to teach, talking health, talking teeth. Supreme Dental, Supreme Dental, Supreme Dental. This the podcast.